Yeah, hello, children. We are going to start the class today with the first unit, binomial nomenclature. In the first unit, we'll be covering the first two chapters, the living world and binomial classification. By now, you would be familiar. You're all 12th students, 12th standard students, no? Anybody 11th here? No one is in 11th. Oh, Marimuthu is in 11th. Okay. So, can you tell me, Marimuthu, you can just unmute your mic and tell me how much they have covered in biology in your class. So, first unit, can you understand if I cover 2 chapters today?
Marimuthu, can you speak? How many chapters they have covered in biology?
All right, no problem.
Madam,
Yeah, no problem. We'll continue with our 2 chapters. Okay, the first 2 chapters we are going to do. Very good, Marimuthu. See, we are not going to discuss the Neet questions or the previous Neet questions today. We are just going to take some questions from the chapters and discuss in the form of MCQ and discuss it so that it will be like a revision for you, also like solving some questions. Anyway, these questions, I'm not giving any assurance any questions will be for Neet or anything. We are just discussing questions from the chapters. I've prepared some questions from the chapters, CBSE portion, first to the living world and the binomial classification. We are going to discuss it, and as and when we discuss, we will also discuss the chapters. Okay? All right. Now I will share a document. Are you all able to see? Unless you are participative, we will not know whether you are understood, whether you are in the class. You have to be more, audible.
yeah,
You
better
have to
you
talk.
open your mic and speak. If you put in the chat,
Yeah, you please
madam may
open your
not be
mic
able to
and
see the
speak.
chat. Or you can do a
Because
thumbs up kind of thing. Thumbs up kind of, that emojis you can do.
but I won't be able to see the emojis, no, sir, when I share.
Okay. Then I think then you have to give the answer through mic only.
Yes. See, children, when I am sharing the document, I won't be able to see the chat box or emojis or anything. I'll be looking at only the PowerPoint presentation. So, I'm sorry, the Word document. So, please unmute your mic and then tell whatever you want to tell. All right. We ask. All right, first question. As we go from species to kingdom in a taxonomic hierarchy, the number of common characteristics will increase, will decrease, remain same, may increase or decrease.
Will decrease, ma'am.
Yes, will decrease. That is because when you take a species, it's a very specific one. We are bringing down to a point. So it will have very minimal common characteristics. I mean, I'm sorry, a lot of common characteristics. So, what will happen is the when you go as you go from species to kingdom, so as you go higher and higher, you will not find that many common characteristics. I mean, one or two, based on one or two characters, you will be grouping them. So when you say kingdom, I mean, there are five classification, isn't it? So animalia, when you take kingdom animalia, you say all animals prokaryotic, or classified under animals. So I mean, only with that you can't say which one is what. So that's why, as you go higher in the order hierarchy, taxonomical hierarchy, you will find the number of common characters less. So it will decrease. So A is the correct answer. Can you tell me what are all the order? What is the order when in which we classify? Anybody? Between species and kingdom, what is the order? Can you tell me? Anybody? All right. So first is the bottommost or the last one is the species. Then above that will be genus, and above that will be family, and then order and class, and then kingdom.
Phylum and kingdom, ma'am.
Phylum and kingdom. Sorry, Jen. Phylum and kingdom. So totally there will be 7 classification will be there. All right. Now second question, which of the following suffixes used for units of classification in plants indicates a taxonomic category of family? Ales, one, ac, a.
Option C, ma'am.
C, AC is the indicates a taxonomic category for family. The third one.
Suffix means on the back side of the, the rear side of the name. Am I correct, madam?
Ticks.
Diversity of kinds of organisms.
Diversity of kinds of organism, and yes, systematics is the diversity of kinds of organisms and the relation between them, relation between each other, their relation. That is this systematics. Very good. The genus represents
a group of closely related species of plants or animals.
very good. Yes. Again, C. Option C is the correct answer. An individual plant or animal that will come under species, isn't it? A collection of plants or animals is something else. It will come in other category. But a group of closely related species of plants or animals will be, I mean, you're taking more species of the same type that will come under genus. Then one above that. Species is the bottommost, one above that is the genus. Question number 5. The taxonomic unit phylum in the classification of animals is equivalent to which hierarchical level of classification of plants?
Ma'am, division. Option C.
Sorry?
Ma'am, option C, division.
Option C, division. Oh, are you saying option C, division is the answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, option C, division is the correct answer. See, the taxonomical unit phylum is a classification of animals that is equivalent to division in plants. Botanical garden and zoological parks have collection of endemic living species only, collection of exotic living species only, collection of endemic and exotic living species, collection of only local plants and animals. Which is the option?
Collection of endemic and exotic living species.
Yes, correct. Now next, question number 7. Taxonomic key is one of the taxonomic tools in the identification and classification of plants and animals. It is used in the preparation of okay, what is monographs? You should know these terms to answer this question. What is monographs? Monographs is a map which gives about the species and like the history about a species and different animals or plants. Flora is the number of species found or in that particular area, number of plants and what are the kinds of plants are found in that area. That statistics. So you can prepare these two from the taxonomic key. So taxonomic key is one of the taxonomic tools in the identification of classification of plants and animals. So with that, you can prepare monographs and flora, both you can prepare. So that will be used to identify plants and what are the to identify the species, and they keep finding out more and more. They still the list is not exhausted yet. They are still finding more species. So this taxonomic key helps them to extend the monographs and flora. So both A and B, option C is the correct answer. Now the question 8. All living organisms are linked to one another because what do you mean by genetic material? Even a virus has an RNA or a DNA, isn't it? So some kind of, even a single, if it is a eukaryote or prokaryote, they have a nucleoid or nucleus which has the genetic material, isn't it? So every organism, every species has a common genetic material. I'm sorry, children. What I was saying is every organism has a common genetic material. They share, the DNA may be different, but they have a DNA, isn't it? So, but to varying degrees. So that may be different in different, each organism will have their own genetic material. So that is the link between all the living organisms. So option B is the correct answer. They share common genetic material but to varying degrees. Cellular organization is not same. They are not common. And the genetic material is not of the same type in all the living organisms. That is also not true. So option B is the correct answer. Are you all able to understand? So far, are you finding it easy, children? You please participate. Otherwise, I will not be able to know whether you are able to understand or not. All right, we move to the question 9. Which of the following is a defining characteristic of living organisms?
Growth.
No, growth. See, here I should tell you.
Reproduction.
Yeah, growth and reproduction, even non living organisms happen. See, growth is living organisms, growth happens internally, but non living organisms also grow externally. Like, for example, if you take a dump area, you keep dumping, waste, it keeps growing. So, that is also a kind of growth. So, growth is not defined only for the living organisms. I mean, growth is ambiguous word, isn't it? It can be used for anything. So growth we cannot confine to living organisms. Then ability to make sound. It's not only the living organisms
Ma'am,
make sound. Even the
reproduction.
non-living thing. No, even reproduction is
D.
even reproduction. Please switch off your mic. It's confined to organism. Response to external stimuli is what makes living organisms different, the correct answer. Now match the following, choose the correct option. Can you do this? Anybody?
Ma'am, the screen is not visible for me, ma'am.
Oh, shall I keep moving it? Now it is okay?
Yeah, it's okay.
Oh, 1 second, ma'am. I'll just rejoin and check.
Yeah.
Yeah, now it's okay. Now it's okay.
Okay. One second, can I mute the screen so that keep getting a call? I'll just tell them. 1 second. I'll mute mic. Okay. You keep working it on the paper. You keep finding the answer. I'll come. Could anybody get the answer?
I got, ma'am.
Yeah. Tell me.
Kingdom is plante.
One
And
second. Okay. Very good.
genus is family is Solanaceae.
Okay.
And I think order is Polymonials.
Okay.
Species is Tuberosum.
Hmm.
And genus is Solarium.
Okay. Okay. Very good. Others, could you all do it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Good. You all understood. Very good, ma'am. Now we move on to the question number 11. The scientific name of an organism is composed of.
Option B, ma'am.
Scientific name of an organism is composed of. Option B or D? Which one you said, D or D?
D, ma'am.
D for dog?
Yes, ma'am. D for
Yes, genus and species. See, the scientific name always has the naming culture is like giving two names. One generic name and another one is specific epithet. So the first one is the genus and the second one is a species. So it will have two. And it is the binomial name is written in italic script, and the genus will be in capital and species will be in small letter. All right. The process of grouping organisms based on similarities and evolutionary relationships is known as?
taxonomy, ma'am.
Yes, taxonomy. Which of the following is a correct hierarchy of taxonomic categories from broadest to most specific?
Option B.
Option B, kingdom, phylum, class, order, family. Very good. The binomial nomenclature system was introduced by
Carl Linnaeus.
Carl Linnaeus. Yes, correct. Which taxonomic category is more inclusive, kingdom or family?
Kingdom, ma'am.
Yes. Because it's a very broad classification. So everything comes under that. So it's very inclusive. Grouping of organisms based on their evolutionary history is called?
Phylogenetic classification.
Yes, correct. First component of a scientific name is called?
Generic name.
Generic name, correct. And the first letter, starting letter is written in capital. Okay. The author's name at the end of the scientific name represents?
Option A, ma'am.
That this species was first described by this author. Oh, I'm sorry, not the option A, it's option B. Is named by this author, not described. Option B. Okay. All right. So we come to the end of this chapter. Was this useful? So we will be moving on to the next chapter now. Was this useful so far? It is just like a summary. I mean, like revising whatever you have read so far. So I've tried to cover as much as possible from the chapter. You can still take out questions, keep taking out questions more and more, but then it's all going to be similar and of the same type. As long as you know the concept, I think we can move on to the next chapter. All right, now I'm going to share the second chapter questions. Are you able to see this? This chapter is more elaborate. It discusses about all the categories of the classification. So, can you tell me what is the classification? Five different classifications. Can anyone tell me?
Can I, ma'am?
Yes.
Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae, and Animalia.
Very good. So we are going to discuss all the 10 questions now. All right. First one, some bacteria thrive in extreme environment conditions such as absence of oxygen, high salt concentration, high temperature, and acidic pH. Name them.
Archaebacteria.
Archaebacteria. Very good. Yes. All the bacteria fix nitrogen except.
E. coli.
Yes. Very good. Anybody can tell me what is rhizobium? Where it is? How does rhizobium help?
Can I, ma'am?
Yes.
Rhizobium is found in the roots of leguminous plants as nodules. They help fix nitrogen.
Yes. Very good. I mean, okay. What kind of plants?
Leguminous plants, ma'am.
Okay. Very good. The region where bacterial genome resides is termed as
Nucleoid, ma'am.
nucleoid. Yes. See, we all know the bacteria has only nucleoid. It doesn't have a nucleus. Cytoplasma will be there, but then nucleoid is where the genome or the genetic material will be clustered in one place. So that's where it is. The bacterial genome resides. Then fungi. Fourth question: fungi which grow in dung are termed as
Coprophilus, ma'am.
yes. Very good. All fungi are
Heterotrophs, ma'am.
autotrophs, saprotrophs. I mean, you please explain what are autotrophs. Autotrophs are the one.
They synthesize their own food.
Saprotrophs.
They feed on dead material.
Okay. Heterotrophs.
They depend on other food sources. They cannot synthesize food.
Yes. Parasites.
They basically harm the host organism to receive nutrients or shelter.
Yes. Okay. So heterotrophs is the correct answer. Which of the following is included in 5 kingdom classification?
Option B.
Monera, Protista, fungi, Animalia, Plantae. Yes. Correct. 7th. Who is the father of taxonomy among the following?
Linnaeus. Option A.
Aristotle.
Linnaeus.
Option A, ma'am.
Yes, correct. Correct. Halophiles is also called
Archaebacteria, ma'am.
huh?
Option D.
Actinomyces.
No, ma'am. Option D. Archaebacteria.
Archaebacteria is the correct answer. 9. By how many criteria living organisms have been classified into 5 kingdom?
5, ma'am.
Yes. Some book says 4, but name what are the 5?
Cellular organization, mode of nutrition, and
Reproduction.
reproduction and cell structure, and I'm
Its
not,
relation.
ma'am.
Its relation. Cell structures and relation. Reproduction and its relation. So totally 5. All right. Now, question number 10. Prokaryotes are included in the kingdom
Monera.
Monera. Yes, very good. Now, question number 11. One second, let me stop here. Are you all able to understand? Because some of you are answering and others are keeping quiet. I don't know if it's reaching everyone. I hope it is. So we will continue. Question number 11. Viroids are discovered by
Dainer.
Dina. We pronounce it as Dina.
Diener.
Please mute your mic. Can anyone tell me what is viroids?
They are the infectious proteins found without, they are the infectious DNA or RNA of the virus found without the protein coat, ma'am.
Is that all? We address them as pathogens. Pathogens are harmful organisms. They can be microscopic or macroscopic, whatever, harmful organisms. They infect particularly plants, only plants. That is very important. Okay, so when you talk about viroids, you should remember immediately it is a pathogen which affects plants. Okay. Next, the name virus was given by
Ivanovsky.
Yes, Ivanovsky was the one who gave the name to virus. All right, virus have what? DNA core, lipid core, DNA or RNA core, protein core.
DNA or RNA core, protein coat.
DNA or RNA. All the virus need not have DNA or all the virus need not have RNA. They will have only one, either of the two. And they definitely have a protein coat. So, what is the difference between viroids and virus?
Viruses have a protein cover, whereas viroids don't.
Yes. Very good. 1 second, children. 1 second. Sorry, children. Okay. Yeah, that's the difference between viroids and viroids. Viroids don't have a protein coat, and they have just RNA. But DNA will have, virus has DNA or RNA, depending on the virus, and it'll definitely have a protein coat. All right. So this is the difference between viroids and virus. The second difference is viroids particularly act as a pathogen for plants. All right. Next, question number 14. A virus contain what?
Option C, ma'am.
DNA
C,
or
DNA
RNA.
or RNA. It need not have both. So it'll definitely, most viruses has RNA, but some have DNA also. So it may have DNA or RNA. All right. 15th question. The main structure component of virus is
Option D.
Nucleic acid and
Nucleic acid and
Nucleic acid and protein. Correct. Very good. Then 16. Protista include what? Can you
Option
tell
B.
me?
Option B.
Option?
A.
option A, ma'am.
Yes, option A, they are all classified in Protista, Paramecium, Euglena, diflagellates. They are all unicellular organisms classified in Protista. Okay, then Hydra, actually, you may be wondering Hydra, amoeba. Amoeba is also a Protista only, but the second option we are not taking because of Hydra because it's classified under Animalia. Then the third option we are not taking because yeast and the fourth option mushroom, they are all classified in fungi. All right. So that's why we are taking option A. Then question number 17. Study of fungi is
Mycology,
Mycology.
mycology. Can you tell me what is virology?
study of virus.
Study of virus.
Study of virus. Can you tell me what is algology?
Study of algae.
Study of alga or algae is algology. Cytology is
Study of cytoplasm, I think.
no.
Study of cells.
Yeah, it's a study of cell and cell functions that is used for examining cells for cancer. I mean, particularly cancer cells. So it's used in that field. All right. Now, question number 18. Fungus cell wall is made up of.
Chitin.
Chitin.
Can you please mute your mic because I'm hearing my own voice?
Chitin.
Yes.
Chitin?
Yes. Which cell wall is made up of cellulose?
Plant cells, ma'am.
Plant cells. Very good. Now, question number 19. In fungi, reserved food materials are
Glycogen and lipid.
yes, glycogen oil droplets are there. That we take it as lipid droplets. That is nothing but lipid, isn't it? So glycogen and lipid droplets. Some have just oil, some have glycogen. So it is basically glycogen and droplets. Now the 20th question. Study of lichens is called
Mycology.
lichenology. Yes, correct. Now, can you tell me what are lichens? What do you understand by lichens?
They are a symbiotic association of a fungal and an algal compound, ma'am.
Yes, it's a symbiotic relationship found between an alga and fungus. So actually it's like a give and take relationship. It can be a give and take relationship or it can be like a parasitic relationship also. But this lichens is like a give and take relationship. In lichens, the fungi is more dominating. So fungal characteristic are more dominating in the lichens. Like they have a thallus and they have a structure all fungi gives it to the lichen and the algae gives the nutrition and everything. So it's like a coexisting kind of a new species. Okay, lichens. All right. In lichens, fungal component is known as
Microbiome.
phycobiont. Now, can you tell me what is phycobiont?
The algal partner of lichen.
Yes, the fungal component is the mycobiont, the algal component is phycobiont. Very good. The plant cell without a chloroplast is?
Fungi.
Yes, fungi. All the other have the chloroplast.
Ma'am,
Yes.
do fungi come under plants?
Hmm?
Plant cell, I don't think fungi belongs there. Do they?
The plant cell without chloroplast is, yeah, that is not classified in plant. It's a fungi, completely different fungi. Yeah. There is something wrong with the question itself. I'll check it. All right. 23. Symbiotic relationship is found in
Option D.
option
D.
yes. The plant of this group possesses naked seed. 24.
Gymnosperms.
Gymnosperms, yes. Gymnosperms, basically they are named as naked plant with naked seed because they don't have a flowering this flowers or fruits or anything. Just a seed comes out. I mean, can you give an example of gymnosperms?
Pine trees, ma'am.
Yes, pine trees and pine cones are we say the naked seed. Which sentence is true for bryophytes?
Option C.
They are autotrophic, vascular tissues are absent.
All of the three, ma'am.
Fertilization takes place of water. Yes, all of the above are true. Can you tell me which first plant in the kingdom which has vascular tissues present?
Pteridophytes, ma'am.
Yes, pteridophytes are the first one where the vascular tissues are present. Very good. Now 26. In which plant gametophytic phase is main and sporophytic phase is subsidiary?
Bryophytes, ma'am.
No,
Pteridophytes.
pteridophytes. See, gymnosperms and angiosperms, they produce, they fertilize and zygote are formed and everything. But here, gametophyte phase is main and sporophytic phase is subsidiary, that is in pteridophytes. Now, question number 27. The first land plant on earth was
Bryophytes. Option A.
bryophytes. Do you say that? First land plant on earth. Can you say bryophytes are plants?
I think pteridophytes, ma'am.
Pteridophytes. Pteridophytes is the correct answer. Option B. Ferns. Small ferns and kinds of plants. Now, option 28. The tallest living tree in the world is
Eucalyptus.
Option D, ma'am.
the tallest living tree in the world is
Option.
no, we can say sequoia. Option D, sequoia. Why? Because I mean, this one is a gymnosperm. It doesn't have a flower. The angiosperm in the tree, I mean, only the tallest tree can be said as eucalyptus. It's not taller than the sequoia. And the smallest gymnosperm is
Wolfia, ma'am.
Zamia. First, option A. Okay. Xerophytic characters are present in
Bryophyte. Gymnosperms. Gymnosperms.
yes, gymnosperm. Can you tell me what is xerophytic characters?
Living in areas with sparse water.
Yes, living in desert conditions, harsh conditions. Those plants, I mean, they possess the xerophytic characters. So those kind of gymnosperms have that. Pine trees and pine cones, they exist in harsh conditions, harsh weathers, snowy regions where you have heavy snowfall, where there are deserts. You find such plants there. Okay, microsporophyll is to stamen, then megasporophyll is to
Gynecium, ma'am.
gynecium is the correct answer. Stamen is the entire filament, you say. The male entire filament is a stamen. So that should be equated to gynecium. All right, very good. So question number 32. Which is the fossil member?
Option B.
Yes, Benetids. Very good. Then option number 33. The biggest and dominant group is? You should not be thinking so much. It's definitely angiosperms. Bryophytes is not biggest and dominant group. Pteridophytes is not biggest and dominant group because it's confined to a particular area, isn't it? Harsh conditions, I mean deserts and snowy area like that. No, I'm sorry, children. It's gymnosperms. Gymnosperms is particular to that area. It doesn't. I mean, you don't see you see, for example, you take Tamil Nadu or a equatorial region. You don't get to see many pine trees or anything, isn't it? So it's very, but you can see flowering plants the end throughout, except for few pockets of on the earth. So definitely angiosperms dominate, and they are biggest group. So question number 34. Pre-fertilized endosperms is characteristics of
Gymnosperm.
gymnosperms. Okay. Now, question number 35. Class dicotyledon is divided into?
3 subclasses.
Huh?
3 subclasses.
3 subclasses. Very good. Can you name them?
Polypetale, gamopetale, monoglamide.
Yes. Very good. Now, question number 36. Who classified angiosperms into 2 classes?
Bentham.
It's not Linnaeus, it's not Aristotle. Then it has to be Bentham and Hooker. Okay? All right. Question number 37. Presence of rigid cell wall is characteristic by kingdom?
Plantae, ma'am.
Yeah, that is the first thing we all think about. See, the plantae has so many characteristics. Cell wall is just one among them. But Monera, if you take Monera, rigid cell wall is a primary thing which brings them together, isn't it? So Monera is the correct answer. Kingdom Monera, the presence of rigid cell wall is Monera. You understand why we put Monera there?
Can you please explain, ma'am?
See, Monera has the kingdom Monera, the organisms, the eukaryote, the prokaryotic cells, they have a rigid cell wall. They are all prokaryote, and they are characterized by the rigid cell wall. But plantae, they have a cell wall which is made up of cellulose. It is rigid, all that is there. But then it has so many other common factors also. So many species are into it. Plantae. It's not just that. So, Monera is the correct answer. Okay. Question number 38. The tallest living tree of angiosperm is?
Eucalyptus.
Yes, angiosperm is eucalyptus. Um, some books say it is Australian eucalyptus. I am not very sure. You can just say eucalyptus. If the option is given like that, you can choose it. If the seeds are formed from the megasporophylls and not enclosed in the fruit, the plant belongs to?
Gymnosperms, ma'am.
Yes. All right. The embryo is not formed in?
Algae, ma'am.
Yes. The zygote is formed and the cell divides. It produces the new cells from the zygote. Directly, the new cells are produced in algae. So that's why no embryo is formed. All right. Now, question number 41. Which classification system had been given by Whittaker?
Option B.
Classification, ma'am.
Option C, 5 kingdom classification. Okay, now you all know what are the 5 kingdom, isn't it? Monera, Protesta, fungi. Yes. Anybody is trying to say something?
Monera.
Yeah. Monera, Protesta, fungi, Animalia,
Algae. See,
Please mute your mic. The question number 42. A lichen. See, it's like a relation between two statements. You have to. This type of questions commonly occur in Neet. So I picked up one like this also. So, lichen shows symbiotic relationship between algae and fungi. R. Algae absorbs water and mineral nutrients from environment and provide to fungi. Which option is correct? Anyone?
I think option A, ma'am.
No, it's not right. See, algae absorb water and minerals from environment and provide to fungi is not the correct answer.
Option C, ma'am.
Algae actually produces, it can produce its own food. So fungi feeds on the food, isn't it? So option C is the correct answer. A is true, but R is false. Okay. All right. Now, question number 43. African sleeping sickness is caused by?
Option C, ma'am.
Yes. Trypanosoma. Now, question number 44. Extra chromosomal circular double-stranded self-replicating DNA molecule in bacteria is called?
Plasmid, ma'am.
Plasmid. See, they have got some extra. It's, circular stranded, double-stranded DNA molecule in bacteria, that is plasmid. Then question number 45. Membranous infolding in bacteria that initiate DNA replication is?
Mesosomes, ma'am.
Mesosomes, correct. Example of blue-green algae is in?
Monera, ma'am.
No, Protista.
Ma'am, blue green algae is cyanobacteria. So they should belong to Monera, right?
Yes, blue green algae. Yeah, I'm sorry, children. Blue green algae should be in Monera. Monera is the correct answer. Now, question number 47. TMB virus was discovered by?
Ivanovsky.
Yes. The study of algae is called
Algology.
algology. On the basis of structural form, lichens are?
Option D, ma'am.
Yes, all the three. It has all the three. So, option D is the correct answer. Now 50, and it's the last question for today. Fruiting body is characteristics of?
Option D.
Algae, ma'am.
Option D. Okay.